astute businessman, and one of Jamaica's best legal mind, the president of the People's National Party, Jamaica's next Prime Minister, Comrade Mark Golding.
Okay, MarkJ. Yeah,
pull up, select. Pull up. Yeah, man. Comrade chairman of the meeting. Comrades on the platform. Special shout out to Dr. Maurice Guy, elder statesman in St. Mary. Comrade Jensek, big up yourself. All officers, all councillors, all candidates. Comrade Omar Woodbine, a man in whom I am well pleased, because when we see how the comrades of Western St. Mary come out tonight to show them love and support for the eye, we know, sir, we're on the right track. We're heading in the right direction. Yeah, man. 2025 PNP hot this year. What them are gonna do the whole way? Yeah, man. And get to the wicked this year. Not even water can cool with. Comrades of St. Mary and Western St. Mary in particular, I want to express my gratitude to you for having delivered the St. Mary Municipal Corporation to the People's National Party in February 2024. You make my heart full to say that we take it back from them. And the winds of change were blowing in the land. And Jamaica had to stand up and listen and watch, because they could see that the PNP were ready and coming back again, stronger than ever before. And I want to big up your mayor, Councillor Fitzroy Wilson, and the councillors of the St. Mary Municipal Corporation, in whom I am well pleased, raising standards and flying the flag of the PNP high in governance for the people. Big up yourself, Comrade Wilson. Comrades, I am traveling all over this land, the highways and the byways, the hills and the valleys, and I can tell you that the ground is fertile. The people want to see change, and the people want to see the People's National Party stepping up and taking back power in Jamaica to move the country forward and rid ourselves of a corrupt government that can't cross it and can't deliver hope and positive movements and change for this land. The Prime Minister has been talking about a pivot to growth, he says. They even call it aspire, but them can inspire with their aspire. And it's time that they should expire, because we want better in Jamaica. For 9 years, he has been the Minister of Economic Growth. And after 9 years, the man is talking about time to pivot to economic growth. What can go so? They have had 9 years to show what they can do. They have not delivered meaningful growth in the economy after 9 years. They promised 5% growth at the end of 4 years, and we gone 9 years, and we have negative growth in 2024, below zero. Them not ready yet, and they can't cross it, and it's time for them to go. Comrades, I have a plan for Jamaica. And our plan is based on uplifting the people of Jamaica, investing in the people of Jamaica, so that the people of Jamaica don't have to think that it's only foreign them can go for make it in life, because we want a Jamaica where you can make your life nice right here, so, and achieve your hopes and dreams right here in sweet, sweet Jamdong. Our policy is to uplift the farmers of this land by making agriculture attractive and providing the necessary support. And we have a man of energy, a brilliant man in Dr. Dayton Campbell, who will be carrying the agriculture portfolio forward. And I know he will deliver for Jamaica, because food security is a real challenge in this time of climate crisis. And we must do something about it, so our people don't have to rely on foreign even to eat food. Our policy is to sort out the crisis in the education system. Because if we start the youth them right, they are bright, and the future will be brighter still. And that's why we have Damian Crawford in that ministry, nedging it out night and day to find a solution to solve the crisis in education. We have a crisis in healthcare in this country. If you're sick and you have to go to a public hospital and you need immediate attention, dog, name your supper, because you're not going to get to see a doctor. You're going to sit down on a bench or in a wheelchair in a corridor for hours and hours and days with no dignity, and the system treats you like you're nobody, and that is wrong, and we have to fix that too. And we have Dr. Alfred Dawes as our consultant surgeon with the experience and mental capacity to deliver the change. We don't want a minister who can only do well in public relations and marketing in the health ministry. We need a minister who can deal with the real problems and solve them. Comrades, I want to say a little bit about this constitutional reform business. Because this government say they're pursuing constitutional reform. They set up a committee where, other than the two that I appointed and Hugh Small, who I recommended, all of the people in that committee were handpicked by the government. So it wasn't a broad-based committee of Jamaicans representing stakeholders to decide what kind of reform they want. That's why our people, our representatives, never signed the report of that committee, because it was committing to do things that we don't agree with. And then now bring legislation to amend the constitution to the parliament, and they don't come and deal with us and say, all right, how are you going to solve this issue so that we can move forward together and amend the constitution? It's like they want to push it down our throat and disrespect we, and we're not into that. They appointed a joint select committee, and we said we would go on the joint select committee. But we see this issue, if we leave in the monarchy in England, and time come for him leave the monarchy in England, you can't just leave the king as your head of state and keep the king's court as the final court of this country, where our constitution is then say what it means. Our laws is then say how it go. And we're supposed to be sovereign and independent. No. And if you ever have to carry a case up there Unless you're a multi-millionaire, you can never take a case to the Privy Council unless somebody up in England who have money, sorry for you, and pay for your legal fees. Because the cost of traveling there and fighting a case at our final court is out of reach of every Jamaican other than the very super rich people. In the meantime, we have the Caribbean Court of Justice. It is accessible. You don't need a visa for go there, like you have to go to London. They will come to Jamaica and hear cases like they did for a daughter from, I think, Waterhouse or one of them places there, Shanique Myrie, when she beat up the Barbados government because they excluded her from when she went there, and she win her case and then pay her money as compensation. The CCJ gave her justice. The CCJ is an excellent court. Design, we were part of the design. Jamaica, we were part of the financing. Jamaica, it is delivering justice at the highest level. And it is time that we accept this jurisdiction as our final court. We want full decolonization now. We want it for you, when you, the ordinary Jamaican people, so you have access to justice. We're tired of the situation since slavery days where you can't go to your final court because it is not accessible to you. We have not boycotted this Joint Select Committee. I have said, and I said it at the first meeting of the committee, we want to know what the government's position is, and we want to hear it from the Prime Minister as to why he wants to continue with a system where the Jamaican people don't have effective access to their final court. Why he wants to keep that as a system on the people. We are saying we're leaving the monarchy, we're leaving them fully, full decolonization now. Jamaica must stand up and take its place in the world with pride. Marcus Garvey, just get him exoneration or in pardon. And we must have the pride in ourselves to know that we can build institutions of quality that look about the interests of our people. So I say, we are not boycotting that committee, but until the Prime Minister, who has been promised for over a year to say what his position is on this issue, comes to the Jamaican people and explains his position, we are pausing our participation on that committee. And when we hear what the Prime Minister has to say, if it makes sense, we can talk. And if it don't make sense, well, I just so. I don't think this thing is going to go anywhere at this time, because we have to have more discussions to see if we can arrive at a consensus position to take the country forward when it comes to constitutional reform. And that is the basic issue, comrades and friends, around that particular piece of legislation. Comrades, Jamaica is at a point where change is necessary. The last 10 years have been dedicated to fixing the public finances and the debt crisis. Now we need to move forward. We've solved that issue substantially, but we haven't been able to move the people's standard of living forward. People are suffering, people are hungry, the cost of living is too high, the infrastructure of the country is deteriorating, and the government seems unable to do anything meaningful about it. They're selling future assets, like 12 years of income from the Norman Manley Airport, and they're spending it on trying to win an election, on gimmicks and feel-good policies that won't last. So they're taking future income for present-day satisfaction. That is poor fiscal management. And they're talking about selling equity in Trans-Jamaican Highway to fund them budget again. I want to hear what their plans are to make sure that those resources build human capital so that tomorrow can be better than today for the Jamaican people. We don't hear nothing from them yet. And Jamaica wants a government of integrity. They want a Prime Minister that you can have trust and confidence in. Somebody who is declarations with the Integrity Commission can be certified. Somebody who signed the Leadership Code of Conduct and ensured that all of his spokesmen and parliamentarians have signed it. The Jamaica Labour Party has embraced an antagonistic position towards the Integrity Commission. Andrew Holness bring a lawsuit to try and overturn the entire anti-corruption framework of the country, and to say that there's no such offense as illicit enrichment, which he's under investigation for as the first of the 8 that the Integrity Commission has brought the report to Parliament. He's not in good standing with the Integrity Commission. And it is a disgrace to Jamaica that our head of government is in that position. If it was me in that position, me that take for myself, I wouldn't have the effrontery to say I must continue to run the country when my team not straight. So comrades, this is the year of decision. This is a year where Jamaica gets to decide whether we're moving forward with a new government in a new direction that puts people at the center, puts development at the center, invests in the people so that the people can be uplifted, so that the cost of living is better managed, so that industries have a better chance of success and international competitive performance, where the training system is relevant and people can get trained for the type of jobs that are coming in the future, rather than looking backwards at what used to be the case. There's a lot of work to be done, comrades. It will not be easy, but we're up for the task and we'll be approaching it with clean hands and a clean heart. And if any guy miss, him now go really go far with me, because me not in the hanky-panky business. So comrades, all I can say to you is, let us do the work. Let us put in the effort. The time is good, flowing politically good, flowing in our direction. We must put any little isms and schisms aside, any little personality conflict between us and each other, and make sure that we work together to deliver the victory. And I say to you in Western St. Mary, we did it in 2011, and we're going to do it again. Are you ready to deliver a victory for this constituency? Are you ready to deliver, comrade? Hold my whipline to Garden House, to walk up Duke Street beside me and take this seat in Parliament as part of the government of the country. Comrades, it is with great pleasure. It is indeed an honor and a privilege that I